Hello, I welcome you to this session of Python programming. In today's session, we'll be discussing about the relational operators and the Boolean operators. So let me begin today's discussion with the relational operators. Relational operators are used to form and solve relational expressions. And relational expressions form the backbone of programming because there is hardly any program which you can write, without using the relational expressions. So all the more important for you to learn and to know about the relational operators. There are six relational operators: less than equal to, greater than equal to with a double equal to sign, and not equal to. So these six relational operators help you in forming your logic of your program, and they are there at the two levels of hierarchy. Less than equal to, greater than, and greater than equal to are at one level. That means they are all equally powerful. And in a given expression, if all of them come together, then you solve them as they appear in the expression from left to right. That means the association of relational operators is left to right. And the equal to and not equal to operators are at level 2. They are less powerful than the first level operators, and they are also used to form to check certain relational expressions. And let us now just go to our Python interpreter and see how these operators work. So suppose I've got a variable a as 6 and b as 7. So if I write a less than b, so I'm checking whether a is less than b or not. Okay, so this is a relational expression, and obviously it will return the value. A less than b is true. A is 6, b is 7, so the answer would be true. That means the relational operators, or the relational expressions rather, they return either a true value or a false value, and that is the basis of our programming. Now, based on these, true and false values, we take certain decisions in our program and write our code. So if I just go to the Python interpreter, if I use, say, a is not equal to b, so I'm saying a is not equal to b, and that is true. 6 is not equal to 7. Okay, so that is true. If I write a is equal to b, obviously this is false. A is less than or equal to b. That's true. A less than or equal to means either A is less than B or it is equal to B. Less than or equal to. Okay. So that is again true. Okay. So that is how you can use this. I think more of usage of these operators would be there in our programming. We'll be using them almost in every program that we write once we start with the conditional expressions of the programs. And let us now discuss about, and I've told you that the association of these operators is from left to right. So if I may write, say a is equal to 5, b is equal to 7, and c is equal to 8. If I write like this, and if I write something like a plus b is greater than c. So how would you solve this expression? So we have discussed the arithmetic operators also, we have discussed the relational operators also. Intra operator levels, we are seeing that less than and greater than are more powerful than equal to and not equal to. Inter operator precedence can be checked, that the arithmetic operators are at a higher level than as compared to the relational operators. So a plus b would be solved first. So 5 plus 7, 12, and 12 is greater than 8 is true. Similarly, if I try to write like this, a plus b greater than c, what answer would you expect now? Now b greater than c is true. B greater than C is false rather. Okay, so you get 5 as the answer. Okay, so how do you get this answer? Any false value in a programming language is considered as 0, and a non 0 value is taken as true. 0 is taken as false and a non-zero value is taken as true. So if I try to write an expression like this, what answer would you now expect? So 0 means false, and any non-zero value is true, but usually true is taken as 1. So B less than C is true. The answer is true, that is 1. So 5 plus 1 is 6. That is how you understand these operators, and you can make extensive use of combination of operators to write your programs. Okay. So remember, arithmetic operators, I beg your pardon, are at a higher level of precedence as compared to relational operators. Let us now continue and let's discuss about Boolean operators. A very important concept. Boolean operators are three number, not and or, and they are at three distinct levels: not at the highest level of hierarchy, and after not, and or after and. And these are used to join two or more relational expressions. Okay, combination of relational expressions can be taken up with the help of these Boolean operators. So let me just work through with this. Say what a is equal to 10. So if I write not a, it will negate. So if a is 10, that means a is true. Okay, and not a means it is now converted this into false. So not will negate. If something is true, it will convert it to false. If it is false, it will convert it to true. And okay, let's work with and. Say a is equal to 5, b is equal to 7, and c equal to 9. So if I write this a greater than b and b less than c, so there are two conditions now: a greater than b and b greater than c. For this entire expression to be true, both the conditions must be true. That is how AND works. AND combines two conditions and returns true only if both the conditions are true. Even if one of the conditions is false, the result is false. So a greater than b is false. So obviously we know that the answer to this expression is false. Okay, and then we can write, say, a greater than b or a greater than c. Now a is neither greater than b nor it is greater than c. So both the conditions are false, so the answer would be false. So in OR, even if one of the conditions is true, then the entire condition is taken as true. So let me just start up a new interpreter window for you so that we can have a clear view. So let's say A is 10, B is 20, and C is 4. So if I write something like A is greater than B or C is less than A. So one of the conditions is true, one is false. A greater than B is false, C less than A is true. So if one of the conditions is true, the final condition is true. Okay, that is how you combine conditions with not and or. And remember, not at the highest level, and after that, and or after that. That is about Boolean operators. We'll be making extensive use of these relational operators and Boolean operators, because without them our programs won't be taking any direction. So in my next video with you guys, I'll be discussing about the next category of operators. That is, I'll be discussing the assignment operators and the bitwise operators with you. So till then, keep watching the videos. Thank you.